Everybody loves getting a great deal. Whether it's on a purchase as large as a house or something as small as a pair of shoes, we all love getting more than what we paid for, and Samsung is betting on this. With its Chromebook 3, Samsung is attempting to deliver a device that's usable in pretty much every function while still maintaining a very, very low price point. Does it succeed? The short answer is yeah. It does everything okay, it gets by just fine, and at its low price point of $169, marked down to $119 on Black Friday, this device delivers quite a bit of bang for the buck. Samsung has managed to do is pack in a pretty decent experience into the Chromebook 3 while still offering a device at a cost that makes you feel pretty comfortable with putting it through hell and not really giving much thought to its demise. It's what I like to call disposable tech, and the feeling it gives you is pretty awesome. Now we'll get through some normal review parts here, and if you came here for the specs, let me just lay those out real quickly. It's a 1366 by 768 LED TN display, and those notoriously are bad at viewing angles and pretty much every other thing displays are supposed to be good at. 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of eMMC storage, Intel Braswell 3050, 2 USB 2.0, not 3.0 ports, a full-size HDMI out, micro SD card slot, 12-hour battery, and a water-resistant keyboard. This device doesn't do much out of the ordinary. It is the lowest common denominator of Chromebooks. It contains the lowest amount of RAM and storage on offer, the cheapest TN display you can expect on cheap devices, and last-gen port selection. There's no USB-C or 3.0 available here. This thing is adept at just enough. Amazingly, when the price dips this low though, just enough becomes quite enough. Because the Samsung Chromebook 3 sticks to the status quo in every way, there's little need to go through the normal review points here. This thing is a Chromebook distilled down to its most basic, simplistic form. Apart from the water-resistant keyboard, it has no tricks up its sleeve. The keyboard and trackpad are decent, along with the overall build. It is all plastic, but it's not super cheap feeling. The screen resolution's all you really need in an 11.6-inch laptop, but the quality of that screen is actually pretty bad. So bad, in fact, that it's almost impossible to find a screen angle where the entire screen is in the optimal viewing range. Slight movements in any direction invert screen colors and drastically lose brightness. TN panels are bad in general, and this is one of the worst. Brightness is pretty poor as well. It is usable in the way that a $5 flimsy tripod can hold your camera. It does the job, but the experience of getting a job done is an exercise in patience. But we all love deals, and the magic here is the price. When we look at mediocrity, it's easy to judge and critique. Yet the second we talk about a $169 price tag that's only getting lower for the holidays, many issues and frustrations begin to lose their edge. We begin to see through another lens, the lens of worth. If I pay $500 for a car that takes me around town and takes care of getting all the day-to-day stuff out of the way, but it's boring and rusty and unattractive, I can overlook those things because of the perceived worth. The price changes the lens that I see my purchase through, and the same can be said of the Chromebook 3. It's simple, usable, and kind of slow, but it can get the job done. It's one of the slowest Chromebooks I've used. It has one of the worst displays I've used, but it's paired with a competent trackpad and keyboard. And bottom line, it can get the job done. If you need a device for the kids, an older relative, or just one to toss around the house or use on quick web-based tasks, the Samsung Chromebook 3 could be a great fit for you. It's not going to replace a work computer or an entertainment machine, but for what it is, it could be a fantastic secondary device around the home or office. And if you don't care for it that much, you break it, or you misplace it, just remember, it didn't cost you very much. There are very few useful tech devices that can claim that, and that simple truth is the real magic of Samsung's affordable Chromebook 3. So, is the Samsung Chromebook 3 the best at anything? Not really. But if you know that going into it, if you realize what it is you're buying, and you look at this thing through the lens of its actual worth at $169 and soon to be cheaper, then you actually find that you're getting something that's worth a lot more than you would expect for $169. And you're finding a piece of tech for a cheap price that can actually get some things done. Guys, if you like this video, please hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and until next time, we'll see you.